Hi guys, are you worried about leaving the US as an expat and not having health insurance?
Yeah, so we'll break down and show you what costs we've experienced in the 2 years since we've left the US. So stick around, we'll give you some prices.
We sold everything.
Traded the familiar for the adventure of a lifetime.
We're Joe and Diana.
This is the Sicily Adventure.
Follow along as we explore hidden gem towns, share how we made the big move, and discover La Dolce Vita.
And yeah, we explore beyond Sicily too.
So subscribe and join our adventure.
All right, guys, first off, disclaimer, we're not doctors, lawyers, don't play one on TV. This is just our experience, the costs that we've incurred, so take it all with a grain of salt.
Exactly.
And while you're at it, like and subscribe and follow, or don't. If you don't want to, don't. If you want to, do.
We do appreciate all your comments and all of our new followers.
Yeah.
Grazie mille. So these prices that we're going to give you and experiences are mostly from Albania. Later on, we'll talk about what we've done in Sicily.
Yeah. Yeah, Albania is the first place we've really experienced medical care or cost or anything, so.
Yeah. And we are paying out of pocket.
We don't have any kind of health insurance. Diana does have it in the US with the tribe, so other than that, we don't have anything globally. We're not paying for any insurance, don't have anything. Once we get citizenship in Italy, we will have it. But
Yeah, it's just a personal decision that we made, that instead of spending $500 a month, that we would just put that $500 in the bank account and let it grow and just pay out of pocket for prices.
yeah. So the first experience we had was with dental in Albania. So what was some of the costs there?
Yeah, I mean, we just walked in this dental clinic and he was like, when do you want to make an appointment? Today, tomorrow? Super easy. Clean, like you put booties on your feet. We were really impressed with this place. We went for a cleaning and then they talked to us about whitening. So the cleaning was $40. Okay guys, we're going to do all these prices in euros and you can convert it into the US dollar. So the dental cleaning was 40 euros.
Yeah, and the particular place we went to, they used some kind of sand cleaning for the cleaning part, which kind of gives you a little bit of whitening there, but that's just on their regular cleanings.
Yeah.
And then the first year we was there, we did whitening, teeth whitening, which I think was around 100 euros a person.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. I mean, it's way cheaper than a whitening in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think where we was at was at least 300 or 400 was maybe the cheapest we've seen it in the US. I'm not sure.
Yep.
So another thing we didn't have done, but we'd gotten prices on was teeth implant. I had one done in the US and it was $3,000 US dollars.
With insurance at that
With
time.
Yeah. And so in Albania, it's 600 euros. So,
yeah,
a big difference. We know a lot of people from Italy go to Albania to get implants and a lot of dental work. It's a lot cheaper.
Yep.
So.
All right, on to the eye doctor. I saw in Albania, and I got the appointment with the eye doctor. I got my glasses, which are bifocals, and they are the progressive, and it was 600 euros.
Yeah, that's exam, everything total. And recently, the one thing we did have done here in Sicily was I got my eyeglasses. They're progressive. Um, and they was 350, I believe, euros here.
Yeah. So half the cost,
Yeah.
roughly.
And that's with no insurance. In the US, the last pair I bought, I'm pretty sure it was 700 after insurance. And that was progressive, but they was a darkening. But
Yeah.
so to us, eyeglasses are pretty affordable, just pay out of pocket.
So the next issue I had was my ear. And it was and it has been quite the deal. So I got an ear infection and I had an eardrum rupture in the States. I flew back to Albania and I still had a blood clot in my ear canal. So we were going to a specialist in Albania, which is an ENT over there, and it was 30 euros to see this specialist. And I went back several times and they never charged me any extra for, I think, 3 appointments. And then changed to another clinic because this is now months later. And so that clinic did get the blood clot out. We flew back to Sicily, and the next 3 months it was still not right. We go back to Albania, and I see a new specialist. It's also 30 euros. And he decides that I need to go have some hearing testing done. He did some cameras up my nose, and there was no fee for that. We then did an MRI. So he said just go to the hospital, make an appointment, and have an MRI.
Yeah, which he wanted to confirm what he was seeing and what he thought with the MRI.
And that was?
I think it was 300 euros.
Yeah.
To get an MRI done. And he said, go to any of the hospitals, they can do it. So we found one that was close to us. Walked in, and they're like, oh yeah, went back that afternoon. Went back that afternoon, got the MRI, gave us a CD, emailed the report.
So then he decides that he's going to do a surgery on my ear to put the tube in. So we went to a private hospital, and I had that procedure done. They put me under. It was the anesthesia, his charge, the hospital charge, and it came up to roughly 700 euros.
Yeah. 700 euros.
Yeah. And so a week later, still not hearing very well, he says, meet me at this specialty hospital. Go there, see a specialist that's from Austria, supposed to be the top ear, nose, and throat doctor of the area. He does an exam, they do more hearing testing, and none of that was a charge, free.
Oh.
Just shocked that we just walked out of this hospital.
He said this guy was the top ear guy in all of Europe.
Yeah.
So just to walk in and meet him and get examined by him.
So yeah, all that's out of pocket, no insurance. We thought it's a great deal. We also talked with our friend from Norway, who they've got health insurance through the government, and she was shocked it was 700 euros.
Yeah.
Because they don't pay for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments if you or a lot of people or kids have to have tubes put in recently. What was your cost? What was the total bill? What did you pay after insurance? We'd be interested to know because from what we've read, it's a lot more than 700 euros.
Yeah.
So some of the routine exams we kind of did while we was there. It was time for me to get another colonoscopy, so had that done. It was 320 euros for that, which the first went once and was not totally cleaned out, let's say.
TMI.
TMI. So had to drink the stuff again and go back again. So did it twice for that one price. They didn't charge me extra, didn't charge more, nothing.
Just
So,
had to pay for the medications for the clean out 2 times.
yeah, which don't
20 euros.
even-
Yeah.
it was not very much for the medication. So another yearly exam that you got done.
Yeah. Fun times to be a woman. Gynecology. So I went for a pap smear, and that was 30 euros. Not bad for no insurance. And then he told me that I would probably need to go have a procedure done at another clinic. So we went over there, made the appointment. Everything is the following week, and it was for a colposcopy, and it was 25 euros.
Yeah.
So we went that day, and let me tell you, the pap smear at the clinic was fine. It wasn't a big deal. But when I went for this test, you walk into the room. The doctor is always already in the room, and I'll call her an aide. She walks me over to the table, shows me where to undress, and says, sit on the table. None of them spoke English. And so I have to completely undress in front of the doctor. New experience. There was no blanket to go across my lap. We're used to wearing all these paper jackets, and there's none of that over there. So anyway, that procedure, like I said, was 25 euros. I got the report. I waited like 15 minutes and sent that to my doctor on WhatsApp, and that was that experience.
Yeah. So a lot of things are different in Europe. So guys, that's pretty much what we've spent since 2 years outside the U.S. Our experience, It's been great. Albania, they say, is not maybe ranked real high, but we've been real pleased with the care, your ear doctor. How often he texts you personally, asking how you're doing, and the communication directly with the doctor.
Yeah, I have both my doctor's WhatsApp numbers on my phone. You don't do that in the U.S.
No. So we think the care and quality is just top notch. It's better than what we experience in the U.S., in our opinion. So, and we touched on it a little earlier that we don't have any insurance over here. We're just choosing to pay out of pocket. And as Americans, it's kind of the fear that's just been ingrained into us that you have to have insurance, you got to have. And unfortunately, with the American healthcare system, a lot of people are worried. That's one of the questions we always asked. Well, what about the healthcare? What's the healthcare like in these other countries? It's great. It's good. It's just, you kind of have to deconstruct a little bit from the ideology or the thoughts that are ingrained into us that you have to have health care.
Yeah, and we just watched another YouTuber who's got a big following talk about what they had spent over the last 8 years.
8 years since they've been traveling, yeah.
And they've got health insurance, and I don't know, I feel like they might be questioning whether or not it was even worth it to have spent that $24,000.
In 8 years, they'd spent $24,000 on insurance, and what they'd spent on healthcare, on procedures, was $6,400 in that 8 years, and she had had a major surgery. that they paid for. So the 6,400 is what they paid in cash, and then I think they never even used the health care.
Yeah.
So they paid $24,000 in that 8 years and never used it. So it kind of makes you question it. You know,
Yeah.
unfortunately, the only time I'm worried about it is when we go back to the States. Which, like I said, she has health care there. I don't, so we just pray.
We're going to wrap him in bubble wrap, and
Yeah.
he gets to sit on the couch.
That nothing happens in the U.S., and that's just kind of sad and unfortunate that, you know, one of the top countries in the world that you don't have health care. And that's one of the biggest things. That's why no one retires. Well, I would retire, but I need health care. And it's just, like I said, ingrained in us, oh, travel, better have health care, got to buy insurance. I don't think any European, if was traveling, you said, do you have health insurance? They'd probably look at you funny. They'd be confused.
Yeah, because over here, pretty much if you're from even a Schengen country, you're covered in any of the countries that you would travel in that area. So yeah, it's
So, our opinion, this is just our, you know, do what you want because it's still in the back of your head. Well, what if something catastrophic happens, or you know,
if you're
got to have insurance.
and if that's your thinking, go get the insurance. Don't follow what we're doing. We're just telling you what we've done.
We're gambling, but the odds are nothing super bad's going to happen, but there's always that chance. So, but we're not worried about it here because we think if something happens, break a leg, whatever.
Yeah, the ER is going to be free. You go there with an emergency, they're going to take care of you. You're not going to end up with a bill.
Yeah.
You can't go there with something stupid that you should take care of at just a regular doctor appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go there and say, oh, I need a pap smear.
Yeah, so that's pretty much our experience, our advice. Take it, don't take it, whatever you want to do. But if you're, one of the things you're concerned about coming to another country is, I would say you'll be surprised that how well you'll be taken care of and how affordable it is.
Okay. I think that's a wrap.
That's our spill on healthcare. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.